The Alchemist. A journey to your personal legend. In the hills of Andalusia lived a young shepherd named Santiago. His days were simple, guiding his flock through the fields. He loved reading books under the shade of a sycamore tree. At night, he often slept under the stars. But a dream returned again and again, a child leading him to the Egyptian pyramids. Santiago woke each time, asking, "What does this dream mean?" His heart whispered that it was not just a dream, but a message. And so, Santiago began to wonder if he was meant for something greater. To seek answers, he visited a gypsy woman. She listened carefully, her eyes shining with mystery. "Dreams are the language of God," she said. "Follow it, but promise me a tenth of the treasure." Confused, Santiago left her tent. Soon after, he met an old man with eyes full of wisdom. "I am Melchizedek, the king of Salem," the man said. "Everyone has a personal legend, their true destiny." He handed Santiago two stones. "These are Urim and Thummim. Use them to read the omens." With courage burning inside him, Santiago sold his sheep and set out. Santiago crossed the sea and arrived in Tangier. But in the busy streets, a thief stole all his money. Alone and desperate, Santiago considered giving up. Instead, he found work at a dusty crystal shop. He polished glass day after day. Slowly, customers began to return. The merchant smiled. His business was thriving again. Santiago earned coins and comfort. But the desert called to him still. "I cannot stay," he told the merchant. "My treasure lies beyond." Santiago joined a caravan heading across the Sahara. Camels marched endlessly under the blazing sun. Along the way, Santiago met an Englishman. "Why so many books?" Santiago asked. At night, they spoke by the fire, beneath the stars. Santiago noticed hawks circling in the sky. He held the stones of Urim and Thummim in his hand. The caravan traveled under the crescent moon, and Santiago felt the desert speaking to him in silence. At last, they reached an oasis, a miracle of palms and water. Santiago knelt and drank deeply. And then he saw her. Santiago's heart beat faster as he spoke to her. She smiled, her presence gentle and strong. Together, they walked beneath the setting sun. "Go, Santiago," Fatima said softly. "If we are meant to be, you will return." Her words gave him both pain and hope. And Santiago promised he would come back for her. At the oasis, Santiago also met the alchemist, a cloaked figure, wise and powerful. The desert tests patience, courage, and faith, he told Santiago. Santiago listened carefully. By firelight, the alchemist spoke of the soul of the world. His gaze was sharp, his words few but deep. He pointed toward the horizon. "Listen to your heart, Santiago," he said. Santiago began noticing omens, the wind, the hawks, the shifting sand. And he felt that the world itself was guiding him forward. One day, desert tribesmen captured them. Armed men surrounded the travelers. "This boy," the alchemist declared, "can turn into the wind." Santiago was stunned. Me. Terrified, he stood alone before the desert. He closed his eyes, whispering to the sands. The wind began to stir. Sand lifted into the air. A whirlwind rose around Santiago, powerful and wild. The tribesmen bowed in awe and set them free. At last, Santiago reached the Egyptian pyramids. Tears filled his eyes as he gazed at them. He dug furiously beneath the sand, but he found nothing. Exhausted, Santiago collapsed. Then thieves appeared, mocking him. "Treasure." I too dreamed of treasure under a sycamore tree in Spain. Santiago's eyes widened in shock. The thieves left him beaten, but alive. And Santiago realized the truth. He journeyed back to Andalusia. The hills and fields welcomed him home. At the base of the old sycamore tree, he dug once more. His hands struck wood. A buried chest appeared. Santiago lifted the lid. Inside, gold coins, jewels, and relics glittered. He laughed, he cried, he trembled with joy. Fatima's face appeared in his mind, smiling in the desert wind. "I am coming back to you," Santiago whispered. Santiago's journey had changed him forever. He learned that treasure is not only gold, it is wisdom, courage, and love. The universe speaks to those who listen. Our hearts always know the way. And when we follow our dreams, the world conspires in our favor. So take the first step. Your personal legend is waiting.